are now watching The Leaping Lemur.
I'm gonna get banned from Disney. I swear, we're about to get banned from Disney. Last summer, I got my cake pops removed, and the plan up until recently was to get my marshmallow wand reconfigured into a marshmallow tunnel. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, I noticed some hair regrowth on my marshmallow wand.
Well, folks, here we go. I've avoided talking about Lilly Tino for quite some time, but I just gotta talk about this person, man. The stuff that I've been seeing about them recently is pretty fucking nuts. Now, Lilly Tino is a TikTok creator as well as an OF creator, and they went viral on TikTok for a couple instances where they were misgendered at a restaurant. There's also a few other things they did, like you might have heard of their meme where they talk about finding a big clue as they're dressed as Velma from Scooby-Doo. It's pretty fucking nuts. Now, the crazy thing about this person is their content isn't just tailored for adults. You'd think it would be just tailored for adults considering that they make OF content, but a lot of their videos actually seem to target kids. They make a lot of kids content, like content reading children's books, content where they dress as children's characters such as Miss Rachel and talk about trans issues. Now, I don't have no issue with this person being transgender or talking about transgender issues. The problem comes in when you look at the content that they make that's tailored for children, and then you also look at their OF content that's only a couple clicks away. Like, anybody can find this content. It's not that hard. All they have to do is click on a few hyperlinks and next thing you know, they're on her OF page. So I'm going to show you guys a few instances of her making videos tailored for kids, and keep in mind the fact that she likes to dress as children's characters, not only in these videos, but also in her OF content. In one of her OF videos, she's dressing up as Velma from Scooby-Doo, a known children's character, right? A cartoon character she's dressing up as. And here you'll see in one of the videos I'm about to show you guys, she's dressing up as Miss Rachel. It's fucking weird. The fact that she's blatantly doing this out in the open and TikTok just lets her, I don't understand it. She shouldn't be able to make kids videos while she promotes OF content. It's disgusting.
You Need to Chill by Juno Dawson. Sometimes people say to me, what happened to your brother Bill? We haven't seen him in ages. Is he hiding? Is he ill? Is he lost in the park? Is he scared of the dark? Is he doing his homework still? That's when I look at them in the eye and say, hey, you need to chill. But the kids keep asking questions and say, was he eaten by a shark or whale? Was he munched up just like krill? That simply isn't true, I say. And hey, you need to chill. But the kids don't give up and they ask, is he on vacation in Barbados or Brazil? No one has gone anywhere. And hey, you need to chill. But they're not giving up. Is he at the zoo? Is he at the fair? Is he searching for a thrill? Although we do love the Ferris wheel, hey, you need to chill. But we're so confused and so concerned. We cannot rest until we find out what happened to your brother Bill. Did he tumble down and hurt himself? Have they given him a pill? Is he in the pool or on the field showing off his skill? Was he taken to Mars by aliens? Is he on their spaceship still? Stop, I say. That's enough. Hey, you need to chill. There are no hungry whales and no green little men. Your hysteria is silly. The truth is that my brother Bill, big reveal, is now my sister, Lily. I know. It was maybe quite a shock at first, but really she's just the same. She just looks a little different and has a new first name. She's still clever and funny and kind and cool. She's one in a mill. And if people have a problem, we shout, hey, you need to chill. The cool thing about this book is it can be a call and response. So anytime you say, hey, you need to chill, your kid can say it with you.
Hi friends! Today we're talking about something super cool called pronouns. Pronouns are little words that help us talk about each other. We all have pronouns. Some people use he and him, like this bear. He's so cuddly. Some people use she and her, like this cat. She's so playful. Some people use they and them. Oh, like this frog. They like to hop. Can you say he's so cuddly? Good. Can you say she's so playful? Good. Can you say they like to hop? Good job. And it's important to ask people what their pronouns are because you can't always tell by what they look like. Here's how you do it. Hi, my name is Lily. My pronouns are she and her. What about you? Then the other person can tell you their name and pronouns. Using the right pronouns makes everyone feel happy and included. It shows that you care about them. Plus, it's an easy way to be a good friend. Hi friends! Today we're going to talk about something super important, what it means to be transgender. It's a big word, but I promise that it's easy to understand. Ready to learn? The first thing I want you to do is close your eyes. Now think, do you feel like a boy, a girl, or a little bit of both? Do you have your answer? Great. Now I want you to imagine that everyone keeps telling you that you're something else, even though in your heart, you know who you are. Wouldn't that make you sad inside? People who feel like this are transgender. And if you're not transgender, it's super easy to be friends with someone who is. Let's take our imaginary friend Theo, for example. One day you notice that Theo starts wearing girl clothes instead of boy clothes, and then they tell you that they want to be called Luna instead of Theo. This is so exciting for our friend Luna because they finally get to be their true self. And if you accidentally call Luna by their old name, make sure to say a big sorry and that you'll do better next time. As you can see, transgender people are just like you and me. They're our friends.
And obviously these videos wouldn't really be an issue if it weren't for this person creating OF content. It's only a couple clicks away. While it might not be accessible from their TikTok page, all somebody has to do is click on their Instagram to find the content. And the Instagram is labeled "See More Content" with a winky face. It's pretty fucking easy to find. Any child that watches any of these videos can easily click a few links and get access to this disgusting content. Most of the comments share this sentiment, with people writing things like, "The way you target children is actually concerning at this point." Another person says, "Sir, you're the only one that needs to chill, leave children alone." Then another person chimes in and says, "None of my content is for children, Lilly Tino." Now, a particular one that caught my eye and sort of leads us to the next point is this one that says, "Despite her not being careful at all with literal children on her page and talking about her cake pops and donuts, misgendering and or transphobia is still wrong, even if you do not like them." I feel like this comment brings up a good point, because even though this girl is deranged and she does a lot of crazy shit, there's so much better stuff that you can go after her besides the fact that she's transgender, right? She does a lot of fucking nasty shit on her page, like filming videos for kids and then also uploading OF content. That's pretty fucking wild, you know, promoting that shit while making kids content. I mean, shit, if anybody did this, it doesn't matter who the fuck they are, you're gonna think that shit's weird, right? It also brings up what we're gonna talk about next, which is Lilly Tino's infamous Disney video. Now, Lilly Tino went to like Disneyland or Disney World. She went to some Disney park, right? And she was sitting there describing her surgery that she was gonna get while using cake pops and like little treats from Disneyland in a park filled with kids, which is insane to do, to talk about some surgery like that using like, you know, children's confectionaries while you're in Disneyland with a bunch of kids around. Come on, you couldn't see how problematic that was while you were filming it? You didn't think about that? Anyway, here's the video. It's rather short. It was hard for me to find it. I was expecting to look it up and to see it right on her page. I don't know if she deleted it or if it's hidden like really far down her page. I don't fucking know, but it was hard to find the video without it being stitched. This is the best I can do for y'all.
I'm gonna get banned from Disney. I swear, we're about to get banned from Disney. Last summer, I got my cake pops removed, and the plan up until recently was to get my marshmallow wand reconfigured into a marshmallow tunnel. Unfortunately, a few weeks ago, I noticed some hair regrowth on my marshmallow wand. That's bad because the outside.
You know, I could be the crazy one here, but Disneyland doesn't seem like the time or place to be describing this using food kids are probably eating around the park, around kids. You can hear it in the background. Could be the crazy one, but that doesn't seem appropriate at all.
So there's not really much I can say after that clip. That guy basically took the words out of my mouth. There's no reason that this girl should be talking about that in a park full of children, right? That shit's disgusting. There's no reason you should be doing that. There's families all around there. They don't want to hear about you getting your marshmallow wand reconfigured, right? Well, this whole incident has come up again because recently Lilly Tino has made another trip to Disneyland. And she's made it a big deal to get a lot of content out of this trip. And a lot of it has been her calling back to the time that she did this, talking about if she got banned from Disneyland, you know, saying more grotesque shit in the park, basically pushing the boundaries as far as she can, just to, I don't know, maybe fuck with people or just to show everybody how much of a sicko she is. I don't know. So the first video I saw of her back at the park was a video where she gets a free drink for being misgendered. Apparently this is something that she does a lot. Let me explain my theory. What I think she's doing is that she's trying to make herself seem as ambiguous as possible, so these people don't know whether or not to say ma'am or sir, because they don't want to offend her, right? They don't want to say sir and then her to be like, well, I identify as a ma'am, or for, you know, them to say ma'am and then her to be like, wait, no, I'm a sir, actually. So it creates a layer of confusion for people with language barriers. Some of these people don't really speak English very well, so they don't really understand. They don't really know how to approach a situation like that. This results in them about 50% of the time making a mistake, calling her by the wrong gender, and then her getting angry, and then, you know, getting something for free to make up for it because she's literally fucking on live stream. The business is being recorded. They don't want people to go after them, so they're like, fuck it, let me give this chick a free drink so people don't, you know, get me fired from my job. And it's not like these workers are doing this shit on purpose to be fucked up. They're apologizing after. They're just confused and don't understand. Like, watch this video, guys, and tell me, do you think this guy is genuinely trying to misgender her to be fucked up? I think he made a mistake. And she gets angry as fuck and then gets something for free.
That is fancy looking. Cool.
The bottom is from Thailand.
Coconut bread from Thailand.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
I-
Ma'am.
No, ma'am, sorry, my bad. And the middle one is from India. It's the papadom with the gingerbread chutney.
Okay.
And the third is from Brazil. It's a cheese bread with the guava sauce.
Thank you. Just like totally sucks the joy out of this bread tower. Makes me want to immediately like leave. Because I no longer feel like safe here. It's like, oh, my guard now has to be up. I'm not going to enjoy this bread as much because my guard is up. We should be able to go places and not have to worry. I don't think I really want this bread tower, actually. I think I'd rather have to check if that's
Yes,
okay.
ma'am, yeah.
I think that's the training. We're supposed to say friend or just not use gendered language. It's like a pretty big thing that Disney has done. Nothing was wrong with bread. I just don't want it anymore. Just because they apologize doesn't mean she doesn't feel sad or offended. Yeah. Exactly, right? Like, if you've accidentally ever hurt someone and say, I'm so sorry, it was an accident, do you expect them to be like, oh, it was an accident? Of course, no problem whatsoever. All of that hurt is now undone. That's not how it works.
Sorry about what happened.
It's okay. I would love to pay for the drink, please.
No, the drink is on me too, so
You don't. Are you sure?
you're good. Yeah.
Thank you
Sorry
very
about
much.
that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, maybe I'm off here, but it sounds like this guy has some kind of language barrier, like maybe English isn't his first language. So the fact that she gets so mad at him for making a mistake, a very common mistake, is insane. Saying that she feels unsafe because this dude misgendered her and then immediately apologize. How? Like, how the fuck do you feel unsafe after that? That's so fucking dramatic, dude. So dramatic. Then to go as far as to refuse the food and make a big scene, this guy probably got scolded. He may have even gotten fired because of you. Because this dude said sir instead of friend because English isn't his first language. You know, that's fucked up, man. It's fucked up that you did that and you don't see that it's messed up. You think it's more messed up that this dude accidentally misgendered you than it is that you scolded this dude for making a mistake and potentially got him fired? Fucking insane. Like, is this the only reason that this girl goes to Disneyland, is to go and terrorize everybody? Not only the people that are going there to have fun with their family, they gotta sit there and listen to her talking about turning her fucking marshmallow inside out. But then you got the workers who got to worry about losing their job for accidentally misgendering her, for calling her sir or ma'am instead of friend. The fuck kind of shit is that? I feel like that's exactly how she approached this situation. She decided to go to Disneyland and make it as controversial as possible. The first thing that she did when she got there was, you know, record a video where she's talking about if she's banned or not. You know, the big video where everybody gets to find out if she was banned. Of course she wasn't banned. Nobody really cares about her that much, bro. They didn't fucking ban her. But if she keeps fucking doing this shit, right, they're gonna ban her eventually. I mean, I would hope so, right? But who the fuck knows?
So last year I made a video that a lot of people got upset by where I talked about some things in Disneyland. A lot of y'all thought that video would get me banned from Disney, so let's see if that's true. I'm at the Disney World entrance about to try and get in, so let's see if that video really did get me banned. I paid for a hotel and the tickets, so it would be really unfortunate if that happened at this point. It's not a very long line to get in. Sweat on the brow. That's how I'm nervous. It's exciting. I love Disney World. Okay, so I just beep it here.
Yeah.
Put the finger there. Oh, further in. I'm allowed in? I'm not banned from Disney.
No, you're not.
Wow. Huge news. Thank you. Y'all. I'm back. I'm back, baby. You can't keep me out of Disney. Marshmallow wands. Cake pops. Let's go. I'm here.
Now I have a few more clips that I want to show you guys because of course Lily couldn't behave when she went to Disneyland. She had to say some really fucking weirdo shit in front of a bunch of kids. So I guess she was talking about a mini lightsaber and like comparing the mini lightsaber to her junk. Like that's the whole thing that she does, right? It's like she had the little magnifying glass and she was all like talking about how she was gonna find a big clue. She has like a little clue. I guess that's the whole thing, right? That's the joke. And then she was walking through the Star Wars store in front of a bunch of children talking about how she wanted to find something that looked like it. Like this is sick shit out in the open for everybody to see, where there's a bunch of kids talking about comparing shit to your junk for your OnlyFans account. It's disgusting.
Is there a video to be had where I talk about my lightsaber? That's gotta be a thing, right? What if I got like a mini lightsaber and then it's like, looks like, you know, and I do like a fun video with it? Classic, but it's not that I'm trying to figure out classic. The thing I'm concerned about is, does it look like a blank? What looks most like a blank? Don't worry about matching. Don't worry about that. What reminds you most of, you know? You know what I'm saying? Is it red?
I tried my best to blur as much as I could, but there were multiple children in that video as he was talking about that, as he was talking about finding a toy that looked like his junk. He was passing by groups and groups of small children and families. It's disgusting. Why would you think that that's appropriate in that setting at all? Why would you think it's appropriate to talk about that in public, you know, let alone the kids, right? Just to talk about that in public, like in front of adults. You shouldn't be doing that shit. It's disgusting. Keep that shit in your bedroom. You know what I mean? You don't do that shit in public. You wouldn't start talking about that shit at a restaurant. I mean, would you? If you really think that that's okay, then you're wrong. It's just insane that Lilly Tino really thought that this shit was a good idea after all the controversy they got for the last video that they made. I mean, the last video that she made, hella people told her that that was inappropriate. You should be able to look back on that and reflect and think like, yeah, that was pretty inappropriate. Let me never do that again. But no, this person's a sick individual. So of course, they got to repeat exactly what they did last time and amp it up even more for rage bait purposes, for engagement. They should be banned from Disney, and not because they're transgender, but because of the sexualization that they do in front of these children. That should be an instant ban. They should not be talking about this kind of topics in front of families and children. I mean, Disney should ban this person. They wouldn't be letting a female OF model go around and talk about putting their merchandise inside themselves for videos, right? They wouldn't let that slide. They'd ban that person instantly. So I feel like this is an easy offense. This is bad for the company. Like, I don't think they want to be seen in a Lilly Tino video, right? They don't want their Star Wars toys being seen next to this guy's pecker. So I think that they should put a stop to this. And like I said, not because this dude's transgender, but because this dude is nasty as fuck and he's talking about taking their toys and like putting it next to his ding-a-ling and shit. It's disgusting. Nobody wants to hear about that. With that being said, that's all I have on Lilly Tino. This is only their third day at the Disney park, so there'll definitely be more content. If there is, I'll make sure to look at it on Late Night with Lemur. So for now, that's the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you watched all the way to the end, you're the best. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.